When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore. Vinyl community, how you doing? I'm Gary, and this is Physical Format Rock and Roll. And you're saying, hey, why are you dressed in the monkey suit? What? You know what? Bam! How about that? Monkey suit my butt. I'm here because I'm dressed up. I've got this goofball of a friend named Mike over at MGK Boston, and he has a thread, 10 guys in suits and ties, and that's the thread. He wants you to show 10 albums with people in suits and ties on them. And so, you know, I know Mike is a very sensitive guy. If I didn't do this thread, he'd probably be texting me, you know, hey, why didn't you do my thread? Oh, you hurt my feelings. So anyway, let's do this. 10 guys in suits and ties. I got to start off with a couple of CDs. I don't have these things on album. So, well, the one I do. Never. Here we go. John Lee Hooker. More real folk blues. You can see there, John Lee Hooker. Ow. Got a suit and a tie on in there. He's a blues man, so he's got that on. Next up, another one of the kings of the bluesmen, one of the originators. We got the only Robert Johnson. Now, this is a different little kind of compilation thing. This is called From Four Till Late. I have more Robert Johnson. I've got Robert Johnson on vinyl, not this particular set, but this one, there he is. There's one of the only two pictures that we know of Robert Johnson, and he's got a suit and a tie on in there. Me and the Devil. Next up, the first solo album from Mr. Joe Perry, the Joe Perry Project. Let the Music Do the Talking. Love this album. This is a great one. I had my own copy, and then my buddy Anthony, Gambler812, gave me another one, so that's going to be a bonus for somebody else. God bless you, Anthony. Now, Joe Perry does not have the suit and tie on, but all these board members do. They're saying, who the hell is this guy? And I'm pretty sure that he's high as hell right now. Because at that time period, he was. Here's your crooner, Mr. Andy Williams, Moon River. This is on the Columbia 6 side. Can you see that there? That's kind of cool. Andy Williams. When I think of Andy Williams, I think of Christmas specials when I was a little kid. Next up, here we go. This guy was kind of known for playing guitar and stuff. Eric Clapton, Money and Cigarettes. Look at that. That guitar is melting. I always thought around this time period, Eric Clapton, his solo albums were very hit and miss, right? Some parts of them were good and other parts were just kind of dull. Next, love this album. The second album by the Pretenders. Yes, and if you look at James over here, he's got a suit and tie on. Looks a little disheveled, but he's still got a suit and tie on, right? Great guitar player, great songwriter. The band really missed him when he died. Next, my boy's Cheap Trick, All Shook Up. If you look here, can't see him that well, but Bunny Carlos back there, he's got a suit and tie on, and he's even got a hat on, for God's sakes. Produced by George Martin, by the way, that album was. I like that album quite a bit. Now, this next album, forgive me, the cover looks kind of shitty. It's got damage to it. The record is pretty good. But the cover is, you know, it's got damage down here. It's kind of bad. But you got the boys in the band there. They've got suits and ties on. This is Blondie from Parallel Lines. One of my favorite albums of, I don't know where I'd rank it, but it's a great album. I love this album, Blondie, Parallel Lines. This and Eat to the Beat, they just go back and forth on which is my favorite Blondie album. But I love this band, and you know, everybody, look at my boy Clem Burke there looking happy. He says, I'm a great drummer, man. Next, probably one of the first thing that came to my mind, right, when I thought of this contest, probably a lot of you out there too. Kiss Dressed to Kill. There they are in those outfits, not even their own, but these guys were too poor to own suits back then. I think Peter Criss, that was his own suit because he's just a little guy. And everybody else had to borrow a suit. But this is such an iconic cover. One of my favorite Kiss album covers, actually, because it's so different. You know, they got the makeup on, but they got the ties, and then you've got that look on the back. It's also one of my favorite Kiss albums, Kiss Dressed to Kill. Can't beat it. Can't beat it, man. It's just pure rock and roll. And then finally, this is I'm kind of cheating a little bit on this, but I think when I show you the album, you'll say, that's okay, Gary, man. That's cool. I'm going to go with Greg Kihn. Recently just passed away, right? This is a little tribute to him here. This is his album, Citizen Kane. It's a solo album, per se. And now he's got slacks on. He's got he's got a jacket on, sports jacket, and he's got a tie. He's got a tie on there, so it's not necessarily a matching suit, but I mean, it is a suit. And I had to include that, right? Rest in peace, Greg Kihn, legendary singer-songwriter. So had to throw that one in. So hey, go check out the one and only Mike, MGK Boston, one of the funniest guys, just an all-around good guy over there at MGK Boston. Go over there, check him out, make fun of him. I don't care. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. I'm Gary. This is Physical Format Rock and Roll. Till the next time, my friends, I will see you down the road.